Business process management. Is it just a hype or a real business savior? Group 5 investigated this phenomena to determine whether all the hype BPM is attracting at the moment worth the significant investment. BPM is a set of tools, methods and technologies used to design, enact, analyze and control operational business processes. The most obvious benefit is a reduction in processing time and cost, which ultimately leads to a reduction in processing errors, improving the process consistency. The ability to continuously monitor and improve processes is what sets BPM apart from other process improvement approaches. Another main benefit is automation, which is divided in two levels. The first is automation of workflow, which is the automatic allocation of work, and the second, application automation, which is the ability by the BPM software to retrieve necessary data from other applications and databases. Unlike other popular process philosophies like Six Sigma and Lean, a benefit of BPM is the generation of metrics, which is often indicated on dashboards showing process performance. The end result? Improved customer satisfaction. BPM has shown to play a critical role in paper and/or content-intensive situations. In customer services industries, work often needs to flow through a specific chain of events and sequences, and it is here that BPM is of value. Accounts processing in many situations still takes place externally on paper, increasing operational risk. BPM can ensure repeatable, reliable, and secure accounts processing. BPM can provide better management and integration of processes so that services can be measured, monitored, and improved. In the retail sector, BPM can be used to manage inventories, financial transactions, and staff. BPM is best used in an environment where a large amount of processing is involved, especially service-related processes. People are inherently resistant to change, and by implementing BPM, the roles of people may change as well as the processes they are used to. In order to make a successful transition, you need people that are not resistant to these changes. It is important to understand that BPM software is merely a tool to assist in the automation of processes, and that successful implementation starts with the organization's people. Before automating a process, it is essential that the process is correct. When an incorrect process is automated, it will occur rapidly and automatically and may have serious business implications. There may also be considerable issues around the governance, and these must be considered to avoid the risk of losing data or delays in processes during the upgrades or new process implementation. In deciding whether to implement a new system, it is crucial to know beforehand what resources are required and what factors to consider in order to make the project a success. Knowing what the critical success factors are will assist management in making an educated decision on whether the organization can successfully implement BPM. Implementing the technology is only a small part of the effort. However, changing the behavior of process participants is the biggest challenge. The following 5 critical success factors were identified as important factors to consider. Given the need for strategic intention, the BPM initiative needs to be driven from the top down to ensure that it gets the correct level of attention. The outcome of the initial project must deliver measurable business value that applies immediately. The success of the first project objectives and the delivery of meaningful business results will build the momentum for future efforts. No project can be successfully implemented without the availability of required resources. This includes human as well as IT resources. The governance factors of BPM cover the establishment of relevant and transparent accountability, decision-making and reward processes to guide the individual's actions. A well-defined baseline provides the foundation to measure the results of BPM projects. This is necessary to improve on any future projects. BPM has been around for 2 decades, and it is slowly reaching the end of its hype. 2 current trends that might add real value in the future are social BPM and cloud BPM. Social software and process improvement have traditionally had different focus areas and users. The intersection of these two areas from technology and discipline perspectives brought about the emergence of social BPM that meets the needs of not only people doing the work, but also those experiencing the process. It is about extending BPM access and decision making via social networks to partners and selected external parties without compromising the exclusivity of the core group. Cloud computing, when designed correctly, saves cost and enables increased capacity. The cloud is designed for rapid innovation on demand and is an ideal environment to build an inventory of business services for organizations. While all this sounds very promising, there are some very real-world problems that will have to be resolved, like security and governance. The policy and decision management platforms are new and still need to evolve before any major developments will be ready for installation. From our investigation, it is evident that BPM is more applicable to some businesses than others. The main application is in businesses that require highly structured processing and are process intensive. There are many benefits, but at the same time, one needs to be aware of the possible risks involved, as well as the resources required to implement BPM successfully. One may easily get caught up in the hype around BPM and not realize the change management and other critical success factors required. Probably one of the biggest factors jeopardizing the successful implementation of BPM is the initial intention thereof. It is not a tool that will clean up a messy process, nor will BPM itself result in the improvement of processes in terms of cost and quality. It shall rather be thought of as a philosophy that, employed together with other strategies such as Six Sigma, will yield the benefits it promises. The assessed need from a business perspective, combined with the commitment and discipline from all stakeholders, are imperative in making the implementation of BPM a success for any business.